Hello traders, Doc here. In this video, we will review some of the good opportunities that occurred last week. Also, I want to thank FundedNext for sponsoring this video. First, I want to talk about this British pound US dollar opportunity. What we have here is a downtrend. Price formed this series of lower highs and lower lows. We can also see that price broke this significant zone that I marked and continued to go down with new lower highs and lower lows formation. Here you can see why I marked this zone as a significant zone. It acted as a support here, here and here. Price then broke it, almost retested it, broke it again, and then acted almost as a support and resistance here. So we can see that this zone acted both as a support and a resistance multiple times in the past. That's why this zone here is a significant zone. So as we can see, price broke it and then retested it. It continued to go down with the new lower highs and lower lows formation. And if you look closely, we will see here that price created a new significant zone. We can see that this zone acted as a support here, here, then price broke it, and it acted as a resistance here, and then finally here again. And also now we can use this bearish trend line and connect all these lower highs. And what we get here is actually a confluence zone between this significant zone and also this bearish trend line. Now if you look at stochastic RSI indicator, we will see a sell signal. So now we have downtrend, we have this bearish trend line that connected all these lower highs, we have this significant zone here, so basically we have a confluence between these two. And also we have stochastic RSI as additional confirmation. So this here was a great place to enter a sell trade and catch this bearish trend. So what you can do here is put stop loss above these weak rejections here or above this zone and aim for a good risk reward ratio. So this was very good Monday opportunity. Now today we can see that price formed this very slow bullish pullback, but it actually broke our trend line. There are some traders who like to trade trendline breakouts, but I'm not one of them. It is not smart to rely just on trend lines. To rely on breakouts and trendline retests is not very good. On the long term, there are very slim chances that it will work. Now there are some traders who like to enter here and catch this potential reversal, but just this break here is not enough reason to tell me that price will reverse. So this here is not very smart to trade. So now when we remove this trend line, suddenly things look much better. We have strong bearish move, we have very slow bullish pullback, and price is retesting this previous low. But we also have is a new lower low. We have bearish pressure here and also stochastic RSI sell indication. So here it was also a good opportunity to enter a sell trade. Now why I mark this zone here? Actually this is daily support. So if you go on daily time frame, what we will see here is this support zone. Also what we have here is stochastic RSI buy indication. So at this moment you don't want to look to sell. Yes, we have very strong downtrend here and it's not the worst idea to look to sell, but again we have this daily support zone and also stochastic RSI buy indication. Now this doesn't mean much, but because we have this support zone here, it is possible to see some kind of a bullish reaction. And that's why for now I will not look to sell British pound US dollar. Actually quite the opposite. If some bullish pressure occurs here and I find nice bullish structure on 1 hour time frame, I will look to buy. We can also see very similar behavior with British pound Canadian dollar. We can see this very strong downtrend here. Price then formed this very aggressive bearish move. Then we have this very slow bullish pullback. Price retested this previous low. We have stochastic RSI sell indication, and as we can see here, price went down. So this strategy with aggressive move, slow pullback, stochastic RSI works great in a trending market. Now we will not always have trending markets, but you can change your assets, look for currency pairs, maybe some indices, and try to find a price that is actually trending up or down. Now with the British pound Australian dollar, we also have very strong downtrend, and as we can see here, price is testing this resistance zone. This is actually a new resistance zone, but we can also call it a significant zone because it acted as a support here. And then we can see that price failed to break it 3 times. We also have a downtrend here, we have stochastic RSI sell indication, so it's reasonable to expect bearish move. So what we want to see here is a slow bullish pullback like this, okay? Not very aggressive bullish move like this. So there is a big difference between move like this and move like this. The intensity of this move is much higher than the intensity of this move here. And if you want to sell, you want this pullback to be slow. This pullback here is not slow, and that is the only problem that I see here, but it is also likely to see bearish move. This is the X30 price and I shared this analysis in my VIP group. I marked this zone as a potential bullish zone, but price actually broke it here easily. And then we can see this very strong bearish move. Price then went up to retest this zone, and that's when I shared my analysis where I said I expect to see bearish move. And as we can see, that is exactly what happened here. Price formed very nice bearish move. But the problem here is this very messy behavior. It's not very clear when to enter here, but as long as your stop loss is above this zone, you are good to go. And as we can see, price went down. So far JPY is trending down, which means that majority of JPY pairs are going up. That is especially the case with US dollar JPY because earlier today price formed this very strong bullish reaction to the news. And this is on DXY, which is US dollar index. So US dollar formed this very strong bullish move, JPY is going down, which means that US dollar Japanese yen is very strong. Here we have this series of higher highs and higher lows, and then we can see that price retested its previous resistance zone, so here it was a good place to enter a buy trade and catch this bullish trend. And also I want to show you this gold analysis, and here we can see this very strong bullish move. Price then broke our trend line that connected all these higher lows, and then tested our significant zone, formed a bullish move that quickly lost the power, and price actually formed this new lower high. Today we got this very strong bearish move that broke our significant zone again, and also we have this new lower low formation. Now what I want to see is a slow bullish pullback and test of this significant zone. Ideally, we also want stochastic RSI sell indication, so this here can be a very good place to enter a sell trade. But for now we will wait and I will update you soon. Okay traders, so here we can see update on gold. We can see that price formed this slow bullish pullback, and then we can see this bearish reaction, and this is exactly what I wanted. And we also got stochastic RSI, so it was a great opportunity to sell here, put stop loss above this zone and aim for this previous low. Then we can see that this crazy move happened. This is how market reacted when Trump announced that he wants to fire Jerome Powell. So this crazy move here is basically a reaction to the news. These things happen on a forex market and there is nothing we can do about it. Of course we have economic calendar that is very important to use, but sometimes these announcements happen out of nowhere, just like it happened yesterday, and that's why we got this very strong bullish move. We can easily see that by looking at US dollar index, and we will see that price formed this very strong bearish reaction. Look at this crazy move here with massive weak rejections, but then we can see that price consolidated and it's now ranging here. Now this announcement hurt me a lot, to be honest, because I took the trade on euro dollar. This is my trade. You can see here this very strong bearish move, and then price formed this slow pullback to retest this previous resistance zone. If I zoom out, you will see that this zone acted as a resistance here and here. So once I noticed this bearish pressure here, I decided to enter a sell trade. Now I should have entered earlier, for example here, and then put stop loss above this zone and aim for a good risk reward ratio, but I decided to enter here, and as we can see price barely missed my take profit. And also we had stochastic RSI sell indication here. I wasn't expecting this announcement, of course, but to protect this trade, I moved stop loss to break even. So this trade didn't end in loss for me, but anyway, it's very unfortunate when price misses your take profit for just few pips. And then we can see that price returned basically to the same level here where it was before the news. Now we have this consolidation here, very slow moves, and there is nothing here to trade, but I mark this zone here as a potential bearish zone, so maybe I will look for the opportunities to sell if price goes up to test this zone. This crazy move happened all across the market, so basically on every pair you will see these crazy moves. Now I also took this trade on my FundedNext Stellar account. I have 50k FundedNext Stellar account with 2 steps. For my first phase, profit target is 8% as you can see here, and if I pass this, then I will go to phase 2 where my profit target is 5%. My daily loss limit is 5% and overall loss limit is 10%. If I pass these challenges, I will become FundedNext trader and split up to 95% of my profits with FundedNext. The great thing about Stellar account is that I can trade news, I can hold over the weekend, I can use also expert advisors and trade copiers. And if I fail it, I have reset discount 10%. But FundedNext introduced new account type, which is called Stellar Instant. And here you don't have challenge phases, which is a game changer. This is crazy. Also, as you can see, there is no profit target. The only thing here is that you have overall loss limit, which is 6% trailing. That is the only important thing here, and also you cannot use trade copiers. Other than that, you're just good to go. You can just take your account and split 80% of your profits. This is a game changer, and if you want to become FundedNext trader, feel free to use the link in the description. So right now it's the beginning of the Friday, but as we can see here, market is very slow and there is nothing much happening. Anyway, I will update you tomorrow and also prepare for the next week. So again, this is British pound US dollar. We can see the price started to go up and I tried to catch this bullish trend, but unfortunately that didn't work out very well for me. As you can see, it was very hard to catch basically this perfect entry here and this perfect exit because these moves are not very high. So this is not ideal day to trade, but if you go up on a daily time frame, we will see that price is testing this significant zone here and also this bullish trend line. So maybe next week there will be some good opportunities to look to buy. Basically price consolidated here for 4 days, so British pound US dollar was not very good to trade. The only good opportunity here was the one that I showed you previously on this video. This is also daily chart for British pound Swiss franc, and we can see the price continue to go down. So we have a solid reason to believe that next week price will continue to go down. But keep your eyes on this zone that previously acted as a support. Also on a US dollar Swiss franc, we can see this downtrend here and price is testing this significant zone and also this bearish trend line. We can see that this bearish trend line connected all these lower highs here and now price is testing it again, and also we have this zone that acted as a support and it's currently acting as a resistance. So it is possible to see bearish move, and we also have stochastic RSI sell indication. So it is reasonable to expect bearish continuation. Again, we have daily chart, but this time for euro dollar. We can see that price is testing this zone that acted as a resistance multiple times. Price then broke it, and now this zone is acting as support. And again, we also have bullish trend line that connected all these higher lows. Also this one here. Again, we have stochastic RSI buy indication, so it is reasonable to expect bullish continuation next week. And if you trade on low time frames, like 5 minutes for example, I wanted to show you this very good opportunity that occurred on British Pound Australian dollar. And here we can see this series of higher lows. Price then broke this trend line, form new lower high, continued to go down to form new lower low. Then we can see this pullback, and price tested this previous low. Also we have stochastic RSI sell indication, price formed new lower high, and this was great opportunity to enter a sell trade, put stop loss above this zone, and aim for very good risk reward ratio. As we can see here, price continued to go down. Now 5-minute chart is actually very good to look if certain pair or asset is good to trade. For example, here we have these nice candlesticks, we have nice bullish and bearish moves without major noise and without big rejections. So market like this is much safer and much better to trade than, for example, market like this. Look at this is impossible to trade. This is Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, and here we can see the strong bullish and bearish moves, small and big candlesticks, and also weak rejections. So you can always scale down on a 5-minute time frame, and if you see something like this, you just want to avoid it. In market like this, it's very hard to find perfect entry, so save yourself and avoid to trade market like this. Hopefully next week will be much better, with better opportunities to trade, and if you like this video, please like and subscribe so I can continue to make more. Thank you very much and see you in the next video. Stay healthy, traders.